guys, welcome to this edition of what my 10-month-old is now eating. Enjoy! Now visiting our Plunket, which is the child wellbeing organisation here in New Zealand. We are encouraged to introduce the solid foods to baby starting from 6 months old and introduce the common allergy causing foods by at least 12 months old. Okay guys, so the foods that children are most likely to be allergic to are milk and dairy products. So this is milk like cow's milk, and dairy products like yogurt, cheese, etc. Then we have peanuts, say peanut butter, and eggs I like to give in the cooked form for my little one, and this is like scrambled eggs. To maybe introduce a little bit of honey, just the tiny amount to baby now that he is 10 months of age. It is not normally recommended, just like strawberries, till about 12 months of age. Honey can very occasionally contain a spore of bacterium. This can cause a rare form of blood poisoning, so we need to be careful. So once introducing, we need to continue giving these foods to baby maybe twice weekly as a part of their diet, just to maintain that tolerance. So delaying the introduction of some allergy food has shown to increase their chance of developing the food allergies. That's why it is encouraged at least by 12 months old that baby has tried these. So once we give these to baby, we are looking to see if we notice any swelling of the lips, maybe the eyes and in the face. Maybe they get hives or welts. Maybe they begin vomiting, or maybe just if you notice that baby is really unwell, then we like to seek medical attention. And if it is really severe, we need to call the ambulance. So severe is things like listening to difficult and noisy breathing. Your baby maybe seems a bit pale, maybe seems a bit floppy, or even if you notice their tongue is swelling a bit, definitely call the ambulance for these. Now, allergic reactions will often occur quite quickly, within minutes after giving these foods. I make sure my phone is charged and on hand at all times, just in case I need to make a call. Now, I like to really start introducing these finger foods, which are of a variety of shapes and textures. Some things are grated, some things are in stick form, some things are sliced up. Just depending. Quite nice for him to explore the different textures, like grated cheese and then maybe a stick of cheese.
Is that how it's done?
Now, if you're worried about baby choking, it is quite common and very understandable. I also feel the same way. I'll stand on hand when I feed baby and let him feed himself with these bigger chunks that he can bite off. I know that it can be scary with little babies, but be knowing that babies have a really awesome gag reflex, so they will bring this up. Now guys, when it comes to dinner time, I find it really handy to feed baby a lot of things that we have. Now, I don't like to salt and pepper it and all these things too much. I will do that once we serve up our adults portion. But in the meantime, when I cook the food, I won't salt and pepper it, just so I can serve up a portion for baby. Now, I have this little food mixer here that is absolute godsend to me. It works wonders. I just pop the little blade inside, then I'll break up and just add this chicken in here, or whatever meat or food that I have. I will pop it in here and give it a quick blitz up with the lid on. I can pull the handle and it just rotates the blade to mix it up. So this machine is absolute little godsend to me. And as you can see, it gives you a nice chopped up texture. Now, if you want it to be a little bit finer, I add a little bit of kettle water just to make it just that little bit smoother. So depending on you, you can pull the handle a few more times and give it a bit more of a breakdown, which makes it a little bit smoother for your baby. So just depending what stage your baby's at and maybe what baby likes.
You need your carrots. Look at those chompers in there.
Yeah. Then another meal here, you can see that I have baked these beautiful meatballs. So I'm taking these aside and letting them cool a little bit. I've also got pasta to go with it. And I have a few finger food vegetables stored in my fridge. And I'm going to pop these in as well to mix through for him, just so he's getting quite a good variety in his meal. Now with these meatballs, I am going to scrape a lot of this tomatoey sauce off. Tomatoes can cause maybe a little bit of irritation in skin with little ones under 12 months. So if you notice they're getting a little bit red in the cheeks or around the mouth, then that can be a little bit of skin irritation, and definitely from tomatoes is one of those foods that can cause this. I'll scrape as much of that off and then pop it all into my mixer. Now, baby really enjoys his finger food. I pop him down with a few little pieces of finger food. Now, around this 10 months age mark, which I have noticed with a baby Ashton, he is wanting to take also the spoon for himself and using that hand-eye coordination that he is developing ever so well, that grip in his hand of holding it and wanting to bring it up to his mouth, which he is getting really good at actually aiming and getting it to his mouth. So it is all a part of this exploration, which is fantastic for baby. And so I'll often give him a spoon with a little bit of food on for him to learn for himself, and then I'll have a spoon in my hand back up so I can just feed him in between if he's mucking around. But otherwise, I'll keep refilling his spoon and let him do it himself. For the formula bottles. And also from 8 months old, we're recommended to start giving water to our little infants, because they are maybe not drinking as much with us anymore or drinking bottles as much anymore. They're not getting as much fluid intake now that they are starting to eat more food instead. Can encourage and start to give that water to them now. And I like to just give that in a little sipper cup that has a little valve restrictor on the inside, so baby can tip it up by himself. He's quite capable of doing that now, using his hand-eye coordination to bring that up to his mouth, tip it up and not be drowned by a whole lot of water. It just comes out in a nice trickle. Okay, lovelies, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video that I have created for you. I hope you have gained some new insights, maybe some new food ideas, and maybe some food for thought with where your baby is at, what he can be eating or she can be eating, and some of those allergy foods to be aware of also. Okay, my friends, I'll be seeing you in my next video. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.